So excited that you are here with me today. If you are new to this channel, my friends, I want to welcome you here. My name is Jay, and on this channel, we do everything from how-to videos and step-by-step guides teaching you exactly how to create and sell your own digital products online. And for several months now, we have been diving deep into Etsy and the opportunities you and I have to actually make an online income. If you're new to my channel, I teach you exactly how to find products that are selling right now on Etsy. And I teach you exactly my steps of how to start as an Etsy beginner and start increasing your sales online. That's the focus of tonight's video. I know if you're probably jumping on with me live and you've been a subscriber of mine for a while, you're probably trying to figure out, why are we on live with Jay tonight? Friday night. Don't we normally jump on live with him on Saturday mornings? And yes, we do. But I taught you guys that, I think these Friday nights are pretty special to me because we're building our community and doing some different things that we really don't do on a Saturday morning. Those Saturday mornings are dedicated to the live stream, live course video, teaching you step by step how to do something in a more deep and one-to-one way. But these Friday nights, as we had a pop-up Friday live session several weeks ago, and it just really produced more of a community here where, it's not going to be what I can say smooth, right? Because we're going to do this live together. And so if it's not as smooth as our live trainings, if I have a little ums and a little pause here, because I really want us to take this time for those who want to dive deep, for those who want to have a community type night where we can just jump into the chat, do some live shop reviews, and really talk about what works and what doesn't work. And hopefully the goal of these Friday night pop-ins, hopefully the goal is for all of us to share out, for all of us to share some bright spots, things that we're doing well, and maybe to look at some things that we can improve on our shops. And so I want to welcome everyone here. Give some time to the chat today. If you're getting any value today, make sure you give me a like on today's video. Definitely want to shout out those who are in the chat with us today. So I do want to say hello to KLC Design. So happy to see you. She has been with me for a long time. So thank you so much for being a wonderful supporter of this channel. Definitely want to shout out Purple Sky is with me live. Finally caught me live. I'm so excited because I know, we go live every now and then on Saturday. So if you have finally jumped on live with me tonight, this is your first time jumping on live, let me know. If you've been with me live on several occasions, then let me know if you've been rolling with me throughout this time of this channel. Wonder Shields is here. So happy to see you all with us today. Ify is with us, also with us today. Super excited. T is with us. So happy that all of you are here. And as always, I know your time is precious. I know you're probably jumping on with me. You probably got some family things that's coming up this weekend. You probably want to enjoy your evening. So I do want to respect your time. If you're on with me live today, I want to say thank you so much for jumping online with me today. But again, your time is precious and our time is precious together. So as always, my friends, let's go ahead and jump in. As always, if you are getting value from anything in today's video or some encouragement today, let me know by leaving a like on today's video. If you're watching this on the replay, my friends, getting any value just by being on today, being in a space where you can be encouraged, but also to get some information, right? Because that's what this channel is all about. Any value you're getting today, let me know by leaving a like on today's video. That helps out this channel a lot. If you're new here, my friends, I always want to give a rundown of who I am, because I know that by God's grace, this channel is growing like crazy. And I thank you so much. If you have subscribed recently to my channel, I want to say thank you. And I know I have a lot of new people jumping on with me every single day. And so I do want to share with you a little bit of who I am. If you are new here, my name is Jay, and I am the founder and the creator of Fixed Point Marketing. And here on my channel, it is my goal to help 1,000 people reach 1,000 sales online for the first time. And so if you never made any dollar online, if you don't even know about e-commerce and how you can start making money online, and maybe you saw all those commercials, but you're like, yeah, okay, that's for people who are tech savvy. If you never made a dollar online, my goal on this channel is to help you experience how you can start making money online. And as you know, if you've been on my channel for a while, one of my favorite ways of making money online is to make money passively. And that's why I am a firm believer that if you are a beginner, one of the best places to start selling online is selling on Etsy. Let's keep jumping in, my friends. My content is a content of purpose because my content here serves beginners, right? With beginners how-to guides and step-by-step videos to teach you exactly how to start your online business by creating your own digital products. And I know we spent a lot of time talking about Etsy, and I did my poll review on my community page. So if you guys haven't checked out my community page on my YouTube channel, and if you haven't jumped on my email list, you definitely want to do that, because we talk all the time on there about things that are coming up and things that I want to hear from you that I can start producing on this channel. But I recently had a community poll where I asked you all, what type of content you want to see from me. And most of you, it really was even, right? Out of all three passive income strategies of how to create digital products using Canva and how to sell those things on Etsy, it really was right down the middle. You guys are telling me you want to learn all of that. So I am excited to teach you exactly how really the overall goal is to start your online business, because even though Etsy is good, you really want to branch off and start your online business. And so that's why this content is focused on beginners, just people who don't know how, but you have the willpower to do. All right. And so I thank you so much. If you are a beginner, you are in the right place, my friends. Let's keep going on. In my audience, again, serves a unique audience of beginners who are ready to build an online business and make an income and an impact in an untraditional way. And so if you're new, my friends, I want to welcome you to my channel. Again, if you want to see other videos on my channel, I have created an entire playlist of how you can actually learn step by step how to sell digital products online, how to make passive income. I release new video shorts, 60-second videos every Monday. I do my how-to videos Tuesdays and Thursdays, between 5 to 12-minute videos teaching you how to create these products. And if you want to get a deep dive tutorial, I go live from time to time, teaching you exactly step by step how to create passive income by selling on Etsy. And so, I probably should put on here, I do about, pop-up live Fridays for those who are really deep in our community, who just want to be in a space that they can learn and grow together. So that is me. So happy to see all of you with us today. Let's keep rocking and rolling. Again, my last live stream, if you want to go into that, my last live stream talked about how to list your digital products on Etsy. And again, I teach you exactly step by step how to do your titles. I teach you my strategies of how to find keywords and how to put those keywords in your title, your descriptions and your tags. I teach you exactly how to create an engaging thumbnail and how to communicate the value of your product to your potential buyer. So it's just not about posting things up on Etsy and hoping that your things will get sold. It is a strategy, right, of how to increase your sales online. And so if you want to go back and learn about that deep dive tutorial, then check out my video down below as I teach you step by step how to list if you are a new seller online. Let's jump in today. As always, my friends, I always try to give you some resources to help you go further and faster. If you are new, I want to leave down some helpful resources that can really give you the quick guide, right? All of the resources you need that I didn't have as a beginner seller on Etsy, but I try to give you some resources to help you sell online. I give you a video as well as a resource guide to help you with that, like how to create printables in Canva. I actually give you 8 free digital wall art designs you can start listing in Etsy today. I teach you guys exactly how to engage the buyer by creating engaging mockups that really speaks of the value of your product. And I give you guys exactly that step-by-step guide of how to use the 10 Etsy mockup designs, but I also give you that quick guide. If you're not sure of what to sell and how to use keywords, I give you that quick guide of knowing the 5 best niches you can start selling in right now in the top keywords you need to use for those niches. And so really, I'm giving you everything you need to get started. I always want to communicate what I have for you, because I believe that the right tools used at the right time can really launch you forward, right? Having the right tools at the right time can really launch you forward quickly of where you want to be. As always, my friends, I honor your time. I honor every single person that's on with me today. So I want to give you a rundown of where we're going. Just to be real with you, if I got some misspelled words, I do apologize. I do know how to spell, my friends. And so if there's a misspelled word, please forgive me, but hopefully you can catch my drift and see where we're going today. But again, our whole goal tonight on this Friday pop-in, this community that we have is all about, with Jay, how can I get more sales on Etsy? Isn't that what we all want? Right? I want to get more sales. And I know we all have a why, right? Why we want to get more sales. Maybe you just want to have a second stream of income. Maybe you want to save for a vacation. Maybe you're just tired of working that extra job and rather be home after your 9 to 5 and having income come in passively. Whatever your why is, our goal today is to talk about, well, how can we fulfill that why for you by teaching you some things that you may need to fix in your shop tonight as we do our live shop critiques and reviews. Anytime you're getting value, let me know by leaving a like on today's video. KLC said, yes, I want more sales. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. All right. So first of all, we're going to talk about a couple of things. As always, your time is precious. How to get more sales on Etsy. And we're going to talk a little bit about how to do product and keyword research. We're not going to go too deep into that because I've already done tons of videos of how you can find the products that are winning, use keywords that are high in search value, and the strategy of applying those things to your shop. But I do want to give you the rundown if you're new here, because that is probably the most important thing you need to do before you even jump in and try to get a sale, is understand product research is key, and making sure you place your products in the right space so that that buyer who's searching for your product can find it. And it's all about keywords. So we are going to spend some time talking about that today. But the goal is to get to these shop critiques. Who's excited about that, right? Get into these shop critiques, and I'm going to show you how to get more sales. And I have a couple things I want you to focus on in your shop. First of all, we have to start our shop to actually improve our shop. But if you have already started your Etsy shop, I want to give you several things to look out for, several things you might need to think about for just understand that success leaves clues. That's a major takeaway from all of my videos, is that success leaves clues, and learn from successful shops. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We just have to make our turning wheel a little bit more to our creative design, right? We have our own personal touch to it. We're not talking about a copy for a copy, but we don't want to create from scratch. If you are new to my videos, I teach you do not create from scratch. You want to create from a place that you can actually make things faster, and of course, use your own inspiration to create new things. Number 5, we're going to do some live Etsy shop reviews. So if you want a shop review, my friend, let me know what your shop name is, because I'm not sure if YouTube will allow you to leave a link in the chat. But if you want to have a shop review tonight, we have time to do about 3 or 4. Then let me know your Etsy shop name. We'll go live tonight in the web browser and find your shop, and we'll talk a little bit about some things I see and some things you can improve on tonight. And as always, my friends, I give you time at the end if you have any questions that we can talk about live tonight as we're jumping in. Whew, are you guys ready? Get your coffee, get your drink ready, get your feet up. Let's get rocking and rolling tonight, because we're going to jump in. Before we even jump in tonight, as always, I try to give you motivation to start. You know, you can get all the information from me. You can spend all times watching YouTubers and learning from blogs and buying courses all day long of how you can have a successful Etsy shop. But you cannot have a successful Etsy shop if you do not have an Etsy shop, right? You have to have an Etsy shop. And if you've been on my videos for any length of time, you know that I'm going to ask you this question, because the whole question is, have you started your Etsy shop? You probably said, Jay, you already asked me that. Yes, I know. And for some of you, maybe you heard me ask that question for a number of sessions, and maybe even now you still don't have your Etsy shop. But my encouragement to you is to start, right? Because if you have not started your Etsy shop, my question is, if not, then what's keeping you back? What's holding you? Is it fear of failure? Is it just not having that time, that motivation to do? Is it just because you just don't know how to literally start an Etsy shop? And that's why we have a course coming up in the future of really getting down to the beginning levels, the foundational pieces of how to start a successful Etsy shop. Or maybe it's just you have a fear of starting, right? Some people have that, just a fear of starting. But again, I believe that having a successful Etsy shop is twofold. Yes, you have to have the knowledge, the know-how to list a product that will sell. But number 2, you got to be motivated. And so that's why we always have a motivational session. And I see you guys dropping your Etsy shop names in the chat. Keep on bringing them in. We're going to pick 3 or 4 from the list. So if you're not dropping your name of your Etsy shop, please do so we can take a look at it. But here's my motivation for you before we jump in tonight. You don't have to be, now I didn't come up with this quote, but I think it's a great quote for us to talk about. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to become great, right? You don't have to be great to start. You don't have to know all the answers. You don't have to know all the twists and the turns and the tips and the strategies. You don't have to have 100 sales on your first day selling for you to be great, but you do have to start in order to be great. I'm going to say that again. You don't have to be great to start, my friends, but you have to start to become great. And I know that God is a God who is willing to bless you, but you got to start so he can have something to bless. You got to start, my friends. Hopefully I can give you some motivation tonight to go ahead and start. And maybe you have already started, and maybe you're like, Jay, but I'm not seeing nothing right now. I started, I got some things in my shop, but I'm not seeing any success. How long is it going to take for me to reach success? But here's what I want to encourage you with, my friends, is this. Keep on taking those small steps. Now I'm talking to those who already got your shop up. I'm talking to you tonight. If you already have your shop, I want to encourage you, keep on going, because small actions taken daily will produce a lifetime of results. The reason why most successful anythings don't happen for people is because people quit too early. So I don't want you to quit too early. I'm trying to give you some motivation tonight because, yes, we're going to talk about some knowledge, but knowledge cannot be applied if you don't take major action. That's probably one of the key components that keeps people from being successful. They just don't take action. And I want you to know how success works, right? Success works like this. Small actions taken daily will produce a lifetime of results. You have to believe it, right? Because I believe if you believe it, you can achieve it, but you got to believe that success can be possible for you. That's motivation tonight, my friends. Let's go ahead and jump in and talk about that knowledge. If you're new to selling things on Etsy, I want to talk about things you need. The power of Canva and Etsy is powerful. Why? Because you don't have to have a collection of products stored up in your closet for you to sell online, right? A lot of people try to sell products through Amazon, shipping and all these type of things. But one thing I love about selling digital products is that you don't have to store up a whole bunch of things in your closet to actually make a decent living and a decent income online. It's the power of combining Canva plus Etsy. Canva is where you design, Etsy is where you sell. But it's about maximizing your opportunity in both spaces, right? Being a great designer, but also being a great marketer to sell, right? Being a great designer, but also being a great marketer to sell. And so we're going to talk about design and marketing tonight. If you're new to selling things online, and again, I do want to spend time for my newbies because that's why this channel is here, is dedicated for those who are new. And I know we have new people jumping online with us every single time. And so if you're like, Jay, that's great. I've been on Canva for a while, but I just don't know where to start. I always want to give you some information on where to start tonight. Selling printables, digital invitations. I taught you a little bit about how to create social media templates and business templates, certificate. And here's the big one, real estate promotional material is big right now because everybody in the US right now is trying to buy a house. Come on now, somebody's trying to get a house. And so real estate agents know they have to talk to people in a digital way. And sometimes they just don't know how to communicate. They may not necessarily have time to make things from scratch. So where do they go? They go on Fiverr and they go on Etsy to find things to push in the market. So if you don't know where to sell as a beginner, then take a screenshot of this here, because this lets you know where to spend some time tonight. All these items are proven through product research as well as demand keyword research. Let's talk a little bit about how we can make more money on Etsy, how we can increase our sales online. And as I taught you, we're going to spend some time talking about keyword and product research before we get into our shop critiques. Because again, no one wants to create things that will not sell. No one wants to spend time, hours on a design, but they're not using keywords to even get that product in front of the right person. And so, yes, creating a unique design is important, but what's probably more important is making sure you know what matters. What matters is this: product matters and keyword matters. Let's talk a little bit about product, right? What do you mean by product matters, Jay? Well, it's all about this. Well, let's start off with keywords. We're here, right? Let's go ahead and jump in. We're talking about keywords first. You got to make sure that you find keywords that are in line with what people are looking for. You got to play by the rules of Etsy. Etsy is a search-based platform. Etsy is not like Twitter, right? Twitter is a Twitter feed. You scroll down and you just see the recent feeds that come up. You can't type in a search query on Twitter to find something. You can't necessarily search in a search phrase on Instagram to find something. But what's so unique about Pinterest as well as Etsy and YouTube, you want to put those things in the same category, Google, is that all four of those things are search-based platforms. And so how do we get more sales online? We got to spend time talking about this, that you got to play by the rules of Etsy. You got to spend time finding high search volume keywords that are proven to have engagements and that are proven to have sales. And we're going to talk about a tool you can use to actually find that this keyword in this product is proven to have high engagement and is proven to have sales. Now, we're not going to spend too much time on this because I did a whole video about how to actually find these keywords. But again, touch on this a little bit tonight. Keywords are important. That means what you put for your title, what you put in your tags, in your description, those things are important. If people cannot find you, people cannot buy from you. If people cannot find you, people cannot buy from you. I give you guys some examples of best selling products. Now we're talking about, well, how can I find products that are selling, right? I know that keywords are important, but how can I find products that are selling? We understand, my friends, that in order for you to actually get a product sold, you got to make sure that you're creating products that people want to find, right? In order for you to actually get a product sold, you got to make sure you create products that wants to be found, that people are willing to buy. If you look at my list here, I have shown you is just an example of how to do product research. It's all about making sure that before you create something is proving the market. Do we have best sellers in that particular space? And in our case, our certificate of completion template that we're going to look at tonight a little bit deeper, that success leaves clues. What we learn about this product is that this product is proven to sell. Now, how do we know this is a product that I need to spend time on? It's because of this. It has to meet my criteria. It has to be proven to be a winning product. Number two, it has to be in a low competitive space. Number three, it has to have recent reviews. Again, how do we prove that there's a market for this product before I even make it, right? Because no one wants to create a product no one has a desire to buy, right? So how can I skip over products that are not going to be proven to sell in the market? Is that, first of all, I find out where people are already spending their money and recreate that with my own taste, my own design, and I make that something engaging. We're going to talk about how to make that engaging. But again, it has to meet these three criteria. You want to take a picture of this, you can, but this is key. It has to be a winning product before you even create something. Number two, it has to be proven to be in a low competitive niche. Why? Because as a beginner, you want to attract the people who have a need and not getting their needs met, right? Millions of people are searching on Etsy every single day, every single week, every single month. And people have desires, people have things they want to buy that the sellers on Etsy haven't caught up with yet. And so I believe there's always a market for you, but you want to create something in a low competitive space. And last one, you want to have proven that it's not a seasonal sale by proving that there are actually reviews that prove to be selling right now. Here's the overall thing we're going to look at tonight, my friends. Success leaves clues. Getting any value from today's video, let me know by leaving a like on today's video. You're watching this on the replay, my friends. Let me know by leaving a like on today's video. Want to see more videos like this? Let me know by subscribing to the channel, my friends, as so many of you have. Let's look at some examples of what I mean by proving that, hey, the keyword works and the product works. I taught you a little bit about what sells on Etsy. Real estate templates is a great place to sell. Not the only place to sell, but I believe this is a top niche to sell in as a beginner right now. I'm proving to you why that is. But again, you can sell digital products just like this in Canva that proves the market, that uses keywords right here, keywords that are ranking in search, and you can get your product seen. You can also sell physical products. It's what we call print on demand. If you guys want to learn how to create a shop that's focused on print on demand products, what that even means, then let me know, because we can do a whole video of how you can actually start selling shirts, mugs, wall canvases, physical products that you necessarily don't have to touch. It's still passive. You can actually do that just like this person did. And they sold a shirt, again, proving the market that it's a bestseller. That means people are buying this now. They're using great keywords that are selling, again, over 20 in the cart. And if you do your own research here, it is proven to have recent reviews. Now, there are all type of tools you can use to actually find product keywords. Again, I have done whole videos on this, but definitely want to talk a little bit about this before we jump into the live shop critiques. But again, all these things can be found using popular tools like Marmalade, like eRank. And if you don't want to spend any money, you can actually find these things manually through Etsy. And again, I taught you exactly how to find these products that are selling by using Etsy itself. But tonight, as we do our live shop critiques, our live shop reviews, one of the tools that I am so excited to tell you about tonight is Allura. And this is where I've been spending my time, my money, my energy using Allura, because it just gives some numbers and some details that the other platforms just don't provide, right? Etsy, you can find all this stuff on Etsy, but again, you have to find it manually. We're going to go in live tonight. I'm going to show you how to find products that are selling with the powerful tool Allura. If anybody ever heard of it, let me know in the chat, because we're going to jump in live tonight to talk a little bit about how to use Allura. But what I love about Allura is that it's just not a place to find keywords, but it's a place to find products that are proven to sell. And again, you want to find products that are selling now. Get in that rip current, right? Get in the current of what's selling now and drop your item in the rip current and watch it make a sale. That's why I love using Allura. And we're going to talk a little bit about how to do that. One thing that you're going to see me do tonight is that we're going to jump into the Allura platform, and we're going to jump into the Allura extension, where you're going to see tonight some key things that we're going to talk about as we go to our shop reviews in about 2 minutes. But some things that I want you to see before we jump into our shop reviews, because we're going to prove the concept by using the powerful tool Allura. Again, you're going to find out tonight how I can see if a product or a search phrase has huge engagement. Well, here's where Allura shows you the level of engagement for that product and for those products on that particular page. They show you also the typical price. This here can be talked about a little bit, because most of these prices for at least shirts that I find is not more so low like Allura might show you. But again, what I always believe is that, remember, you're selling digital products online, that if you're selling something for $5 or $10 or $15, and you scale that to everybody in the world, or touching multiple people beyond where you live, $5 or $10 times 1,000 sales can be a lot of money. And so I don't want you to be afraid of that particular number when we talk about it tonight. Again, the typical sales, again, it's just information that the other platforms just don't show you. It shows you the typical sales. And here's what we're going to spend our time on: the score. The score basically means, is this a good place for you to sell? Does it have low competition? Does it have high engagement? Does it have recent sales? If it does, then Allura will give us a score. And I don't want us to be too tight on the score, but this score is a great, range to determine if this is a great place to start. Okay, so I definitely want to talk about that before we jump in tonight. If you're ready to jump in tonight, let me know by a big giant yes, because I know why you're here. You're here for the shop critiques. What we're going to do tonight, my friends, we're going to look at some shops that are proven to be successful. I am a firm believer that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just find out where the wheel is turning and then create your own wheel in that same stream. And you'll see how you can start making sales also. I believe in this truth that success leaves clues, right? Success leaves clues. You want to learn from other people who are successful and replicate what they have done with your own personal style. Let's jump in today. A couple things before we get into our shop critiques. I am planning to do shop critiques in the future for those who might want a private shop critique. I know that this is going to be live on the replay. So if you are a person that wants a deep dive, one-to-one full shop critique for your shop, then we're definitely going to offer that in the future. That's going to share with you, just some things to look out for. I'll give you a full shop critique, and I'm going to give you some coaching strategies, some things to improve upon for your particular shop. And so if you know that that's something that you really want to do, where you can have a downloadable video that is yours forever, that you can keep, and that's one-to-one to your shop and your needs, and more so focus on your niche, then let me know if you are into that and then you want to see that in the future. But tonight, again, we're just going to spend a couple of moments looking at 3 or 4 shops. And here's the thing that we're going to focus on: 2 things. We're going to focus on shop critiques, shop review, and we're going to focus on shop listings, right? 2 things: shop reviews, overall shop, and we're going to look at individual listings and see what we can improve. Let's talk a little bit about where we're going to spend our time at today. When we talk about shop reviews, and we're going to kind of go back to this throughout our shop review, is that we're going to look at the overall theme, right? What is your overall theme? Do you have a brand for your shop? We're going to talk about branding. Number 2, we're going to talk about how many listings do you have. And yes, I taught you that you can actually get sales with low listings, but listings matter, right? Because you want to have more digital real estate in the Etsy platform, right? You want to cover as much ground as possible. So we're going to talk about how many numbers of listings do you have. We're going to talk about have you niched down in your store and what niching down look like and what you can do. We're going to talk about have you actually laid out your shop policies and your information for your shop, because what we learned from Etsy is that Etsy promotes shops that have all the shop policies and information laid out. So therefore they push shops more so in that area, and have you communicated that your shop is alive, right? By using the power of announcements. Let's go on and what we're going to talk about in regards to shop listings. I know it's a lot, but don't forget, we're going to come back to this in the future. When we're going to look at shop listings, we're going to look at a couple things, right? Is that product in demand? We're going to go live tonight and take on one of your listings and put into Allura, and we're going to figure out, is that product proven to sell? So is that product in demand? Number two, we're going to look at your product title, because title matters. We're going to look at your product design, right? Is this something that fits the market, right? Because we know that the bestsellers show us the information, but also the inspiration. What designs, what color styles work? What fonts are proven to sell? We're going to see if your designs are well. And we're going to talk about product images, right? We're going to talk about that thumbnail, because that thumbnail is the only window you have to your store to get somebody to click, right? You want to stop the scroll. So we're going to talk about, what is your thumbnail image? Is it intriguing? Is it engaging? And last one, communicating the value. Woo, take a deep breath, get a sip of your coffee, get a sip of water, whatever you need tonight. Let me know. We're going to go ahead and jump into our live shop critique. So again, we're going to leave this on the screen because we're going to come back to this every so often to talk about, okay, let's talk about shop themes, shop listings, and things like that. Well, let's go ahead and jump in tonight, my friends. We're going to look at our first listing, and you guys got to bear with me a little bit because I'm going live in my computer tonight. So I do want to let you know that. So if you see me pause or stop for a moment, just understand the why, because we're jumping in live tonight. But let's go ahead and jump into my desktop as we talk a little bit about where we're going to spend our time tonight. First of all, before we even get to our shop critiques, we're going to spend time talking about, well, what shops are doing well, because at the end of the day, success leaves clues, right? Success leaves clues. So our first one that we're going to jump in as we do our shop critiques. First of all, we're going to talk about the topic. It is certificate of completion. This is where we kind of spent our time in other videos talking a little bit about what sells. Again, this is a great way to find all of the type of certificate of completions that people are searching for. So this is a great way. Again, Etsy is a great place to find all these keywords. And if you notice, I just clicked on my screen here. I went over to the search bar, just click one time, and all these listings that comes on the bottom is Etsy letting you know what have been the recent popular searches on Etsy. And if you notice, we have all type of certificate of completion type of awards. And so again, if you want to spend time in this niche, let Etsy tell you where to sell, right? Where to create. And this is exactly where you create. But our goal is to jump in here and actually look at one shop. Now, before I even go into one shop, I want you to know the power of using Allura. So let's jump into Allura. If you notice, I'm going my little top right-hand corner here, and I have the Allura extension. So this is a great video if you guys want to know how to use Allura. I'm going to share with you exactly what I do to actually prove the market. So what I do is I jump in here and I use my little tool of Allura. And what Allura does, as I taught you in my other videos, now this is live, right? This is live right now. So you're seeing all the information I'm seeing on a regular basis. But what Allura does is that it shares with you the average favorites for the top 100 listings, shows you the price range, the amount of sales, but also the score. Now, again, I say this because, again, Allura is a great guideline, but it's not the final say so, right? Allura is a great guideline. Any2, Marmalade, eRank is a great guideline, but it's not the final say so. And so again, we're going to jump in here, and what Allura does is that it takes all of the products into account, and it combines this in a way that you can actually make, go in here and if you want to see how many favorites a particular item have, and you want to list that from largest to least or to greatest to least, click on this little button here and it'll show you the favorites, right? The top favorites, and go all the way down. Now, what I have done is that it's taken the top 2 pages here on Etsy. But one thing I love about Allura is that, first of all, it helps me identify, right, the products that has the most favorites. So if I do want to sell in the certificate niche, I want to make sure that I'm creating a design that is proven to have high engagement. First of all, we already know this is taking into account how many favorites this particular item has, and it goes all the way down. But what I love about using Allura is that it shares with you how many monthly sales this has. Now, again, don't let the number scare you. Don't let the number fool you. It's all about having the power of, yes, products that are selling, but you want to have multiple products in that niche. And so what we learn is that this one product alone right here, we're going to jump into this product and check out this shop. This one product by DIY My Design Store. First of all, great title, great name, great brand. And this is something she can take onto her own store with Wix or Shopify, but we'll talk a little bit about that. If you see, she's making on average, and these numbers are not necessarily one-to-one, so they're taken on average. She made 36 sales on this one product. Now, again, you have to understand that the power of selling on Etsy is having multiple products that sell on a regular basis. Again, if you notice, this same store has another product that also sold 19 sales that got her $154. Come on, we can do the math and see where this is going. This person also have another item, okay, in the same niche, kind of same color scheme as we can see here. We can pop this open and see this. But I just want to share with you this first screen is that we can prove the market that this place is a great place to sell because again, this person has monthly sales that is giving them recurring revenue. If you get any value from today, any eye-opening moments, any aha moments, let me know by leaving a like on today's video or even chatting in the box, aha, if something called out to you in this video. Now, again, what's pretty cool about using Allura is that you can actually jump in here and see exactly what product is selling right now. So again, this is the power of using Allura because there's no other, at least I know at the time of making this live stream video, there's no other searching tool for Etsy that gives you this in Chrome extension of seeing everything right here on the platform. And so this shows me what style of product is selling. It shows me the title that this person is using. Again, this whole reason why we're doing this part of the video is that success leaves clues. Let's find successful things coming from a successful shop. We see where she's selling from. Okay. Cape Town, South Africa shows how many sales she got in her shops. But what I love about this, which many of the Etsy search platforms and tools have, is it shares with you what tags they are using. Again, we're here to learn. This is what I mean by learning from successful shops. Again, we're not going to copy this, but there's a lot of things we can learn from this shop. And if you notice, I can scroll down and do the same exact thing for every single listing in regards to trying to gather information. Now, we can do this manually by, as I taught you in my other videos, going down into the product listing and see how many favorites and how many sales. You can do your own calculations. But what I love about this tool is that if I want to sell in this niche, and here it is, right, spending time creating things that matter, I can go ahead and export this over to a Excel file and actually have this as a spreadsheet and see all the major things that are selling, the amount of favorites from largest to smallest, the amount of sales from largest to smallest, how many they have sold this month, how much revenue, and is this a place I need to spend some time? I know that's a lot, my friends, but I want you to see the behind the scenes of how we do product and keyword research. And again, success leaves clues. Now let's go ahead and jump into the review. Let's check out the shop, because if this person has a bestseller, this person is doing something right. Let's go ahead and jump in. Now, as we go over our shop reviews, we're going to just spend time on this one, and then we'll jump into yours. But I do want to share with you a model of a successful store, and we're going to dig deep into your store and some improvements we can make. But let me share with you a little bit of a successful store. First of all, let's look at our first one, right? Our first one is this. What is the overall theme? Does this person have a brand? Can the brand speak on the first page? And I would say yes. She's using a great banner. Again, a banner is not necessary, but a banner is a great way to speak of your brand to your potential buyer. Look at the number of listings this person has over 600 listings. Again, she's showing up in multiple places. And just a quick thing here, because we are live, right? That's why it's so good jumping live with me. I can actually go here and use the extension tool on Allura and actually do a whole rundown of her whole entire story and see how much money she's making from all 600 plus listings. Again, we're not using this to copy, but we're definitely using this as a tool to learn from successful shops. Again, we can go down here and see how much she's making from every shop. I can change this up, filter this up according to how many sales she's making per month. Again, right now, Allura is only grabbing the first page, first couple listings on the first page. Again, we can go down and go to page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it'll bring all those listings into account. But what we want to gather from this is, okay, but how well are they doing with their listings? And for this case, she has multiple sales. This is why having multiple listings are so important, because if one doesn't work, maybe the other one will. And sometimes it's not even your design that's the problem. Maybe it just wasn't your keyword. Maybe just you're not using a good thumbnail. So you want to create multiple designs to put in multiple places, because the more digital real estate you have in Etsy, as you see, yes, she has one product that's making 59 sales in a month, but then make no doubt about it, these 11 sales, these 10 sales, these 9 sales, these couple of 6 sales, a couple of 4 sales she has popping up every now and then. As we all know from math, those things add up, right? So the more products you have, the more you are able to win. So she's doing pretty well with product listing. Did she niche down? Yeah, right. Her niche is all about templates. Did she niche down? How do we know she niched down? Because I don't see any t-shirts on here. I don't see any mugs. I don't see any candles. Whatever she's doing, she's niching down in a template type of format. Now, to be very clear, is she doing more than just certificates? Yes, she is. And I taught you guys exactly how you were able to create different products that are not, you can create different products all under one umbrella of a niche, because all of these products are, again, business focused, letterheads, invoice, appointment cards. All of these things are under the umbrella of a business template, admin template, targeting that one individual who is a business person. So again, is she niching down? Yeah, I think she's niching down. We can go down here and talk about shop policies, which is just so easy to do. See if she filled out all her policies and announcements and information. Is her shop alive? Yes, it is. And all these things are important because, again, Etsy pushes out your store that has an overall lively presence. And again, we can go into all this. Co-owner, so I want to correct myself, co-owners here. And so this is very good. They created a whole brand from this shop. Success leaves clues. We can go down to her product that is a bestseller, and we can talk a little bit about, is this actually something that I can do myself? Let's jump in and talk about, okay, but how are the products itself? Again, success leaves clues. Let's talk a little bit about products, right? Is it a product that's in demand? We talked a little bit about, already about that in regards to using the power of Allura. So some of these questions on our screen here, we kind of already talked a little bit about that. But one thing that I do want to point out, that this person or these folks have done a wonderful job speaking of the value. And that's probably the major thing I want us to take away from these shop critiques. You got to speak the value of your product. Communicate. Again, video is a great way to communicate the value. That means, okay, how can I edit this template? What program do I need? Can you show me how it is done? And when you are able to communicate the value of the product like they're doing here, you are able to clarify any confusion for the customer. Right. And so it is so important, yes, to have a product that's in demand, have a good title, have a good design, sure, have good thumbnails, but it's all about really communicating the value of that product. All right. So I think we all know what a good shop looks like. Let's jump into our shops today. Again, we can go all about this, and maybe I'll spend time on another video getting into other successful shops, the real estate niche. We already talked about that. If you want to see a fun fact with the real estate niche here, I just typed in real estate templates. I go in here with this Allura tool. Come on, somebody making $10,000 a month off one product. Can you just need a piece of that, right? Just need a piece of that. This is the power of using Allura again, that I think the other platforms and search-based tools just don't give you. You can actually file all these things according to the amounts of favorites. And again, the more favorites, the more places you know, okay, I can design in that way and have your own unique twist. It shows you the opportunity you have in regards to selling on Etsy. Again, this is all coming from one digital product, and most of these are bundles that I showed you in other videos that are selling multiple products. Right, we want to talk about increasing the value with our product listings, but I just want to share this with you for those who want to see a live kind of use of how I go about finding products to sell on Allura with the platform Etsy. All right, so let's jump in, my friends. I think we got a great place. I think we're in a great spot to talk about, okay, what to look for tonight. And so I definitely want to give some time to you all who have jumped on with me, and you definitely want to jump into your shop. So if you would like a shop review, definitely I want to say thank you for putting your shop out here for us to look at. Of course, we do all things with kindness. But thank you so much for allowing us to use your shop as a review. Let's go ahead and jump into KLC Design Boutique. So give me a little minute here as I get your shop on the screen. Again, thank you so much for those who have subscribed to my channel. If you guys haven't subscribed and you know you're getting value from today's video, I want to go ahead and encourage you to go ahead and join our community as we're jumping in together, learning from each other and growing as a community as we're all learning how to sell. And again, this is a safe place to grow. I definitely want to communicate that. This is a safe place to grow because, again, we're all beginners trying to learn how to make it. Even I am still learning how to make it. I'm always learning from other people how to get better. There's nobody that's an expert. So we're all learning together at the same time. All right, let's jump in. Thank you so much, Kisa, for being our first one. Let's do a little shop critique here. Again, we know we do all things with kindness. First of all, very good name. I love that design boutique. So someone knows that when they come to your shop, they know that they are going to get something that's going to be in line with some type of template design or some type of business design. Let's talk about some bright spots with Kisa Page. I love that you made your shop very personal. Right. One of the ways that you really speak to your audience is letting them know that you're not a scam, right? That you are a real live person. And they know that when they see a face, it just makes the customer more at ease because they know at least they can put a face to a name. A shop has a face. So I'm so excited that you have that. I love your branding here. Very cool branding, the branding that you have. You know, I can even see this being your own shop using Wix or Shopify. So just talk about your branding here. Very good branding on your shop. Let's go ahead and just look at the overall theme here. Let's talk about some bright spots here. I love that you are actually growing with your shop. We're going to talk about the number of listings, but I love how you didn't just have one listing, right? And I taught you guys in my other videos, it's okay to test different things on your shop. And so if you don't know where to be, if you don't know where to spend your time, test different things. I'm all about testing. So I love the fact that you have 10 designs in your shop. Already 2 sales, right? That's good, right? That's proven that people are willing to check out with you, right? And so I always love to start with bright spots because, hey, we want to start off with our foot on the road so we can make some steps and keep going. All right, so let's look at our overall places that we're going to spend our time today, the overall place that we're going to spend time today. Just first of all, the overall theme of the shop. Let's look at that. Again, I see a couple of things that you can definitely work on. Some things to improve is that when I come to your shop, I'm not coming with an overall presence of your shop, right? And so using that banner on Etsy is a great way to immediately catch the eye of your buyer. So yes, creating a nice logo is good, but let that speak out in regards to your branding. Overall shop theme here. You know, if I go back to, let me see here, because we are doing this live, my friends, aren't we? We are jumping in live. Just as way of example, if you notice here, Etsy gives you this little bottom portion, right? So we have our brand name here, but Etsy gives you this bottom portion to kind of speak more about your shop, right? And so, yes, this is their brand name for their shop, but they are telling you the value of the shop, right? They're communicating the overall theme of their shop. Easy to use, ready-made, professional templates. So again, utilize what Etsy is giving you, right? Even though I know you are a design boutique, you know, speak more of your shop theme. What type of designs can I look for? Can I look for templates of certifications? Can I look for planners and how-to guides? Can I look for business templates? This is a great place to talk about your overall theme of your shop. We already talked about numbers of listings, and I'm so proud of you that you have 10. But as I always taught you in my other videos, keep on producing more, right? One of the other things that I want to encourage you, if you are a new seller online, is that try to have a goal of creating so many templates or so many designs, so many listings in a day, right? The more that you have, the fact is that the more that you have, the more that you're going to learn about your design, the more locked in your system of creation is going to be. As I taught you in my system, I don't create from scratch, right? I utilize what I already have and build from there. And so I'm able to pump out designs a whole lot faster because as I learned by creating, I learned that this system works for me. And so yeah, definitely have more things in your store. Don't be afraid. What's cool about listings is that you can have things that are seasonal and things that are evergreen. You have people who make $60,000 in December and make $10 in January, right? Because some things are seasonal, some things are evergreen. So the more things you have, the more places you are able to show up when those seasonal things are gone. Let's talk about niching down, right? Let's talk about niching down. I think you did niche down. I don't see any any t-shirts or mugs or candles or stamps or stickers. But again, I'm not going to get on you too hard because I know you are a new shop, but why niching down is so important. Yes, it's good for SEO keyword research, but it's also good if you want to have your overall shop one day online. And so niching down lets people know what you're looking for. And so I have seen people who have created nothing but invitation stores. That's a niche down type of thing. I know people to create just straight up business templates. That's a niching down type of thing. But I do know you are starting off, and so exploring is a great place to be. Let's go down and see if you have any shop policies. Yep, so these are the default shop policies, right? Not a lot of information in regards to your store. And again, we say all things with kindness. And it's also good to have a little announcement, even if it's, hey, I'm new. Welcome to my new shop. I'm looking forward to bringing you unique and creative designs to fit your overall needs. Having an announcement here lets people know that you haven't created this 6 months ago and you're not on it no more, right? Creating a shop announcement lets them know that, hey, this shop is alive. Therefore, if I got a problem and I message this seller, the seller is going to reply back. And so that's why those announcements are so important. Okay. Again, when we do these shop critiques, off live, I go a little bit deeper, but tonight we don't want to be too long. And so I'm just giving you guys just a short version of a critique for your shop. But hopefully what I'm saying to you, you can get some value tonight. Let's jump into our next one here. Let's jump into a listing, right? In regards to listing, we want to look at product demand. We're going to stick some things into Allura and see what Allura puts out for us. We're going to talk about titles and product designs. And so again, just to let you know, we say all things with kindness. And so this is a place that we want to learn and grow together. I do want to go down here because I do see you use my template of how I teach you how to create engaging mockups. If I can, if you don't mind, if you notice here, what's the major difference from, let's say my planner, this here, and this thumbnail here, right? There's a whole lot of information you're communicating to me here. We can talk about how to make things stand out a little bit more here. But in regards to this, if you don't mind, I'll just click on this. It's just showing me the overall design. Now, one thing I'm going to teach you as I'm here, just showing this now, one thing you don't want to do is load up your designs as it is. You want to load them up as I taught you in regards to my template, because if you notice, as I go back here, unfortunately, we have thieves among us, right? I can go in here, click on your image. I can go in here, right click, and guess what I can do? I can save this, as I'm going to share with you now as an example. I can save this image, and it's already, you can't see it now, but it actually, here it is, right? Boop. That little file saved on my computer. Therefore, I don't need to buy this from you because now I got it. Right. And so that's why you don't want to just upload your designs here, because once you start getting traffic from your shop, to your shop, and once you got more people coming in, you're creating more designs. Unfortunately, people can come in your image here and just save and download, and they can have this on their computer without necessarily buying from you. So that's why I have created these for you, because if I try to copy this, and save this to my desktop, it's going to take this whole thing. I can't use that, right? I got to go and buy it because I don't want easy to use and templates and this. So that's why I taught you guys definitely utilize this because, or some type of displaying your stuff, because I'm sorry, I didn't have this on my screen. You want to have this on your store so that nobody can steal your stuff, right? And so in regards to product title, in design and thumbnail, make sure you're utilizing something that's not straightforward downloading your image, because somebody can take that from you. Okay, so definitely want to get that. Now you can have this on your shop and maybe have KLC Designs plastered over this as a transparent faded image so they don't just take it, but definitely you want to protect yourself in regards to that. Okay, in regards to that, let's keep going on here. Let's talk a little bit more. Let's talk about product demand. So we're going to jump in and talk about let's just talk about planners, right? Let's see, do we have any demand for a monthly planner? So let's just take your first couple words here, and I taught you guys in my video that the first couple words really have to be specific to that individual, because those are the words that really have a lot of weight in regards to search base, right? So let's plug this in. 2022 monthly planner digital. Oops, what's going on? Monthly planner digital. Let's even grab here because I see what you're doing here. Monthly planner digital download. I'm going to use the power of Allura here. If you notice, I'm on the Allura app, but let me go into the Etsy app and just plug that in here. See what we get. We're all learning together. First of all, what I can say as this is coming up is, first of all, yes, this is a great keyword here. Just not using any tools, just jumping in as a seller on Etsy. I see how many listens are coming up, so that's not bad. One thing I do is I prove the market, see how many bestsellers are on this page. Okay, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Just overall, what I'm seeing. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about product thumbnail image because I can tell you some things already from what I can see. Let's jump into Allura with the power of data. Again, it's only taking the first page, right? So I can go all the way down to where am I here? I can go all the way down to the 7th page if I wanted to, and it can gather all of the products in all 7 pages. I can list them from greatest to least in regards to engagement and really look and see what people are selling here. So let's do that here, right? Let's do this with the first page. So what I can tell you right now, right? If I didn't even have the score up top, I can tell you right now, this is a great place to sell. Why is that? Because as we're going to look and see what these are. But first of all, high engagement. Come on now, 14,000 favorites. Okay. 6,000 favorites going down, 1,000 favorites. Okay, going down. Okay, I see even on the first page, even if I don't know what I'm doing, I know I'm most likely going to get at least one favorite from this listing. Okay, great. Let's look and see seasonality, if that's a word. Let's see if this product is seasonal. How many sales has this particular product sold in the last 30 days? 97, not too bad, right? $1,000 a month for one product, not too bad. I like to scroll down here because these are the top sellers in that particular category. Let's scroll down to the bottom half, right? Let's see how they're doing. 11 sales a month, not that bad. If I got 20 templates, printable templates, right? Calendar templates, not too bad. So just a quick look. Again, I'm not going to spend too much time. We do that on our full shop critique. But as we can see, and hopefully you're learning a little bit with us of the mindset and the process that I look for before I even create a product. This is what I mean by proving the market. Again, this is proving the market that this is selling pretty well, right? It's not necessarily seasonal. People are still buying it. Now let's jump in a little bit deeper, right? Because we're still looking at KLC Designs. We're looking at this right here, her listing. Does it fall in line with the other planners, right? Product demand is there. Title is pretty good. Let's talk about product design and thumbnail. So if you look at your thumbnail here, what I like to do and tell anybody is that I like to compare your thumbnail with the thumbnails that are winning, right? Success leaves clues. If I didn't even have Allura, I can just tell you right now, if I match your thumbnail, here it is. Go back to the top. This is live, my friends, so bear with me. So if I look at your thumbnail for your planner, I want to see, does this catch the eye? Does this stop the scroll like somebody else plan. This is what you're competing with, right? It don't have to be all fancy, but this is what you're competing. This is what you are competing with. First page. Yes, yes, this person's on the first page in regards to title, but also in regards to engagement. People have favored this, people have bought this. But what is different with their thumbnail and image in regards to yours? First thing I see is they're communicating value, right? 2022 calendar, a blank calendar. You have somebody here, digital planner, a hyperlink, colorful, 15 pages. Okay, I know a little bit about that. Let's scroll down. Again, the same person here, different, different seller, Swan Notes. Talk about this person here, Swan Notes, again, letting people know 15 designs or 15 pages. So what we know, just a quick note here, these people are giving and communicating huge amounts of value, right? Huge amounts of value. And if you notice, they didn't just put the product on the thumbnail, right? They are stopping the scroll, letting people know 5-year planner, 160 pages. They're communicating the value, right? Instant download, all these type of things you can utilize on your store. So before I even go to design, I would say let's work on your thumbnails. That's the only window to your store before somebody clicks away. Let's work on product design, right? Let's work on product design. We can jump in here before we go to our next shop critique. And again, first of all, this is very nice. I can just say that right off the bat. That's very nice what you designed. Very, very good. But if you notice, all of these are just paper, right? Every single one of these, they're just paper with information, just like yours. But see how this looks, right? This looks like something I can all print out today and get some work done. And so you want to communicate that value here is that, hey, you're just not getting one from me, you're getting multiple from me. Okay. So there's a lot that we can talk about here, but hopefully I have given you some good information here. Again, it's always good to communicate the value. Notice they have words. They're showing how to use it. I can use this on an iPad. Didn't know that. Compatible with iPad, comes with blank monthly calendars. Again, they're communicating the value because once you clarify for the customer has more confidence to purchase with you. Again, in regards to yours, I would say communicate the value of your product. Let them know how many pages are here. You don't have to upload every page that comes with your product, but just let them know, hey, it comes with 15 items. It comes with 20 items. You can change the color. It comes with action steps at the bottom. And so there's a whole lot I can give you more if you did a personal critique with me, but just coming off what we see. Great product, but let's communicate more of the value. Okay. So wonderful job. Thank you so much for letting us look at your shop today. Let's jump into another shop that we can talk about. Again, if you want your shop reviewed, let me know by giving your shop name. Let's go to Black Planners Matter. Love that name. Black Planners Matter. Very cool name. Touching on some hot topics of the day. So let's jump in here as I do this live. We are live, my friends. We are live. So you got to bear with me as I move my screen around and my stuff around. But again, super excited that you guys have joined me. If you are getting value anytime in today's video, let me know, please, by leaving a like on today's video. Let me know by saying, Jay, this is good stuff. This is good. Thank you. Thank you so much for KLC letting me know this is helpful. Thank you so much for saying that. Let's jump into Ify Designs. I hope I'm saying your name right. If I'm not, please forgive me. But let's jump into your shop. Black Planners Matter. First of all, I love the overall brand. I love the overall theme. I love how you're utilizing your banner just as it is what it is. I love how you're using that. And even how you're communicating, right, what your shop is, because that goes back to our overall point, the overall shop theme, right? As soon as I pop on your shop, do I see your theme, right? As soon as I pop on your shop, what are you saying to me? What are you speaking to me? Because we know people buy with their eyes. They click around, right? We window shop, and then we think about the price and stuff like that. But have you captivated me with your shop? I would say yes. Yes, you have definitely have done that. Let's talk a little bit about overall shop theme, just my overall first impressions. Bullet journals and planners. Again, I love that you're communicating the value. Let's talk about some bright spots here. I love how you put in some real people utilizing your products. I love again how you put your face on here and your name. Again, people have enough confidence to know that when they message you, they're not going to get a bot. They're going to get somebody that they can see, that they know it's a real human being on the other side. No one likes to be on the phone with a computer, like, right? 0000. Let me just get to a real person. Same thing in regards to selling on Etsy, right? You want to bring humanity to the platform. I love the overall branding here. Good, good, good. And I love again how you are utilizing this bottom portion, planners and tools for personal and business success, right? Planners and tools for personal and business success. And I would even say go as far as to put that here, right? Go ahead and put that here. Let that be known here as soon as they click on. Again, I love that you have your face here. What's pretty cool about this? Yes, you can use your face here, but this is why this spot is here, right? So this is more so for branding, right? If you were to build this out as a personal shop using Wix or Shopify, right, you can be your brand. Nothing wrong with that. I think that's wonderful. But I would love to see some type of branding here, and maybe your personal image here also. And so I love that. Let's talk about some bright spots. I love how you have a mailing list, right? We talked about, if you want to learn how to branch beyond the platform of Etsy, a lot of money to be made there. But if you want to go beyond that, or maybe even have a safe net with your traffic that's coming to your store, building an email list is so very important. So the fact that you say join our mailing list, copy and paste that link there, hey, I'm all for that. Very good job there. I would even say have a strong welcome here to build community, because the point that makes a lot of money in regards to new shops is that you're just not targeting that one buyer, or you're not trying to target everybody. You're trying to target that one buyer to be a repeated buyer, right? So be a little more personal. Say, hey, welcome to my shop. Because one thing about Etsy is not like you're going to Best Buy, right? You're not going to Amazon, right? Amazon, you don't even know who's selling on Amazon. You have no personal relation and connection to anybody on Amazon. You're just trying to check out. But guess what? Amazon is kind of like Etsy. It's different people selling things on Amazon. You don't see the face, but you see the product. So what's more, I guess, beneficial to Etsy is that they started off that platform with what? Handmade designs. That's personal. People want personalized t-shirts for their personal occasions. That's personal. So utilize what's winning and the purpose of the platform. Again, I love that you got a mailing list, but say, hey, welcome back to my shop. If you're new here, make that personal, because you have that opportunity to do that. Let's talk about some bright spots. 36 listings in your shop. Way to go. It's not easy getting, multiple items in your store, because I know I've been there myself. I know that we have this belief that I created that one design and that one design should have sold by now. What's going on? No, it's not how it works, right? You as a beginner want to learn as you go. And so the fact that you didn't stop at one, you didn't stop at five, you kept going, that proves that, you want to see your shop succeed. So let's talk about some more bright spots. I love the colors that you're popping out here. This right here is already catching my eye. This is also catching my eye. I love this that you're doing here. So I can already see you have wonderful thumbnails. And so we're going to talk a little bit about what we can do better. And again, celebrate 22 sales. Come on now. Celebrate 22 sales, because you had 22 people who said yes to your shop. They trust you enough to shop and cash out with you. That's 22 people less than somebody else's store. So the fact that you got 22 people cashing out with you, checking out with you, that's success. That's success. That's good. I would even go in here to say what has been selling. Some people leave this blank, so if you have it open, that's good. But one thing I would do, being that you can see your analytics behind, and I would say anybody, if you can see what is selling more, right? If you have a little spikes, a little TPs in your store, and certain things are selling a lot more than your other products, then figure out, well, how can you make more of that? Right? I'm just gonna be real with you as a YouTuber and teaching things on YouTube in regards to Etsy. I go into my analytics and I see what videos are getting more likes and favorites and views, because I know that's what you want to see. And so I would go behind the scenes a little bit in your shop, and I would say, okay, what has been selling above norm. If you have a level plane, well, that might be tough to see. But if you can see that, okay, this grief therapy journal has been really selling a lot, as I can see it has, there's a market for that. Maybe create more of that and see how that goes. Create different type of grief therapy journals. Maybe you might realize that your shop is not even a business shop. Your shop might be a grief counseling shop, a journal type shop. You want to lean into what's already selling. Again, I know people always say, hey, lead with passion. I do agree with that, but you also want to lead with data, right? You want to try to combine your passion with data and find a common ground that you're still passionate about what you're creating. And so I don't know if you have a passion, counseling those who are grieving, but I can tell you right now, you have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sales. I can go in here and go a little bit further down. I can kind of see when the last time this was listed. I don't know if you list your things every day, but if I look at this and I say, well, two things could have happened. One, you could have listed this on July 6th to get a boost in your Etsy sales. Or number two, you probably got a recent sale on July 6th, not too long ago. Right. And so you want to lean into what's already proven to sell. Again, this is that manual type of data searching that you can do on your own in regards to Etsy, but I can just share with you without even using the tool of Allura. I know this has 13 favorites. That's a lot for a new shop. And so I know I might be on your bright spots a little bit, but you want to lean into what's already working. Right. So I would say create more of these grief counseling journals, because there might be people searching for stuff like this and there's just not a market for it, but your shop is popping up and popping in and people are like, okay, this is something I need to go back to. So yeah, definitely lean into what's working, right? Let's lean into what's working. And I would even say, try to incorporate different folks from different backgrounds too, because that can broaden your reach. You can target more people from different ethnicities and really lean into people who are in need of your products. And so definitely think about that, ponder on that. You can still be all about Black excellence, and I get it, I understand it, and that's a great place to be. You can communicate Black excellence a lot, but definitely be strategic in how you communicate your shop. Let's jump into some things that we can work on, because you have a lot of bright spots. I think the overall color theme. You know what? Let's jump in a little bit, because here's the thing I want to say is that I know why you're using these. Well, I think I know why you're using these colors. You can let me know why you're using these colors. But there's certain colors that match up pretty well, and so if you have a hard time identifying what colors blend well, just going to share this with you here. Hang on with me, because we're going to dive deep tonight. I know this is going to be a long video, but I do want to give value to those who are in. If you have the power of Canva, I'm going to share with you an easy way to find colors that match up. And so this is great for those who are creating digital products, right? You want to create digital products where you can combine colors that are really good to use, right? Combine colors that are really good to use. And so if you have Canva, what's pretty cool about using Canva, as I'm sharing with you on my other screen here, that you can go into Canva, just plug in a picture, and if you notice, if you go to this color background tool, you can go here and they would tell you all the colors, the color palette, if you will. They will share with you the color palette of this image. Why does this image is easy on the eyes, right? There's certain images that are not easy on the eyes because the colors are mismatching, right? Colors got to match. And so this is a great way to find colors for your overall shop to have a theme. If you're creating a digital product, this is a great way for you to find out, okay, what color should my product be? What colors match? What colors gel together? And so 2 ways to do that. First of all, find things that are selling already and try to match those colors in some way. If you don't want to do that, you can go ahead and jump into Canva, plug in an image here, and it'll give you the colors for that particular image. Let's find a different image here. Let's go to my photos. Even with this, I mean, the colors are kind of self-explanatory with this one, right? But just sharing with you how to utilize finding colors that match. I can go in here, click on it, click on the color tool here. And if you notice, they're pulling up all these colors that go well together. And so if you're trying to find colors to brand your store, this is a great place to be. So let's definitely think about that. I would say again, communicate more of your shop and what's going on. If you want to pinpoint a particular product that has been selling well, say, hey, check out my grief journals or grief journals on sale. We have 5 new grief journals. We're selling a bundle. Communicate to your people who come into your shop. Niching down again, I think your niching down is well. I don't see anything that's outside of the norm here. No t-shirts, no hats, no mugs, no doggy bones. I would say, however, I think this is a great example of what I mean by having different products under the same umbrella niche. So if your niche was focused on grief or journaling or reflecting, I can tell you right now, you have several products that go in line with that. Sleep journal is good. You have 60-month planner journal, which is good. You have weekly planner journal that's well. But some of this sleep journal and fitness journal goes extremely well. I would even sell that as a bundle, 30-piece bundle set for $15. But your overall niching down is extremely well. I say good job. Kudos to you in that. Let's go down to the shop policies very quick here. I love that you got things happening here. Etsy is going to push your store out, which is probably the reason why you got 22 sales. Etsy is going to push your store out because you have filled all this stuff out. Again, you gave a great, excuse me, overall communication of your shop. Thank you so much, KLC, giving just wonderful kudos. I love how our community is growing together, and you gave a little description of yourself. So in regards to information, great job. In regards to policy, seemed like you filled these out pretty well. So you didn't just leave it to the default. So good job with that. So overall shop theme is good. Overall shop theme is good. I would say try to find, what thumbnails work well so that your shop can have an overall theme in regards to your thumbnails. For instance, if I would go here to this person's shop, I can see here, nice overall banner. And if you look at the shop, every listing have the same color, different products, but this shop has a color theme. Okay, this shop has a color theme. They're selling different products here. Maybe they're testing some things out, but even if they're selling digital invitations, they still have a color theme, don't they? Okay, this shop probably need to work on niching down. I can't talk tonight, getting a little late, need some coffee, need some juice to wake me up. But besides that, this person could probably get more sales if they niche down a little bit more and focus primarily on digital planners. All right, let's jump into listings now. We spent some time on that. Hopefully that was insightful, encouraging, and gave you guys some insight into how those things work. But let's go into product listings. So let's jump into one of your listings here. Let's jump into the one that has been selling. I want to see what you're doing with that one because, again, success leaves clues, right? So let's jump into here. And first of all, we already proven that journals are in demand. Let's see real quick the title. So as I taught you guys in my other videos, right? Titles matter, keywords matter. I taught you all about doing keyword product research. So we know all about those things. Just look at the title here. If you're getting any value today, thanks so much for those who are sticking around with me, because I know it's a longer video than what we normally do, but thanks so much for sticking around with me. Hopefully it's giving you value. But let's talk a little bit about the title. And so I teach you guys that Etsy really takes into account the first, I say, line, if you will, in regards to search base, right? Playing by the rules of Etsy. Etsy is a search-based platform, so you want to utilize that first liner there to really be specific and target that one individual. Now, when you go back to the latter part of the title, that's more so for filling in the general type niches. And I did a whole video on how to create engaging titles. But one thing I want to share here is that even in regards to Etsy search. So let's go back to Etsy search, or even this. If you notice, this is all that's coming up for Etsy search. So yes, the algorithm is picking up the entire title, but in regards to the person searching, the real human being that's searching, they're only going to see the first couple lines. So what title can you create that can engage the buyer, that can specifically hit to their pain point, right? Specifically hit to their pain point. So even with this here, we know with your title, you're only getting grief therapy journal. Then you're going to a different title niche, grief journal, prayer, printable, pray, right? So we want to fill in the gaps. So you want to make sure that when you do your product listings, you're giving a complete thought so that that buyer who's searching on the platform can say, I know what this is. I know what I'm about to get into. Let's go ahead and click it. So I love that you utilize grief therapy journal, 30 pages, right? A grief therapy journal, blue and purple, or grief therapy journal bundle, right? Because you definitely want to go ahead and do that. Okay. So again, good, or you can even put in there grief therapy journal printable, right? Make that something that can be engaging for the buyer. KLC says, I use Friday and Saturdays to devote to my shop. I work at 9 to 5 through Fridays, so this time works great for me. That's great. Thank you for letting me know this time works well, because I didn't know if this Friday pop-up live session would be useful. But I did a Friday pop-up live session and so many people jumped on. I'm like, well, maybe Fridays are good. So this is great. All right, let's keep going here, because we can do a whole lot more into this. Let's go back to our product title, product demand. Let's go plug this into Allura and see if there's any demand. First of all, I can tell you, even if Allura will tell me something different, the fact that you got multiple sales on this, the fact that you got 13 favorites, lets me know it doesn't even matter what Allura tells me, right? Your shop has been successful in this, so create more of that. Let's go ahead and use our Allura tool here to, what do I want to do? This is live, so we're jumping in live, folks. Let's go ahead and here, plug this in, grief journal. And even if I went back, right, and I put your first title here, I would go here and see, is Etsy give me anything? Even with these words like grief, is Etsy give me anything? Grief care package, grief cards. You see what I'm saying here? Grief journal, grief affirmation card printables. These are things Etsy is letting you know people are spending time. So again, I'm not even using the tool, but I'm using the power of Etsy that we all have access to let me know that, okay, grief is big here, but what are people looking for? Grief bracelet, grief journal, grief cards, grief books for kids, grief, we can go on in this grief affirmation cards. Maybe you can create a journal, a grief journal with affirmations, right? Combining those key terms to attract more folks. So let's just go back to your overall title, grief therapy journal. Let's go ahead and search this up now. Again, low competition. This can tell me two things. It can tell me, one, people are not looking for it. That's why the search volume is so low. Or this can let me know, no, people are searching for it, but there's low competition. Let's jump in and see if there are any bestsellers here. Okay, so there are some bestsellers. Notice how success leaves clues. Notice how they're communicating the value. Notice they have their overall theme, right? They have a color theme. Notice how they're displaying more than one product. Notice how they're communicating the value of their product. Therapy journal for mental health struggles. Come on now, that's deep. And guess what? It is a bestseller. It's a bestseller in a low competitive space. Not bad, right? Not bad. Let's go in here. And what I like to do often is make sure these bestsellers are not in the same shop, because sometimes you can have shop dominance, right? A dominant shop that's taking over all of the listings, but I see this bestseller in a whole different shop. So guided grief remembrance journal. So notice how all of their major words and key phrases are coming up for this listing, right? Success leaves clues. Even here, therapy journal. So a whole different shop, same shop, different product, anxiety therapy journal. So again, we're just talking about the demand. Yes, it is. Look at the titles that they're using. Look at the product design. Look at different person here, different shop, not a super engaging thumbnail, but it is a bestseller. Success leaves clues. Okay. So without even using Allura, I would jump into this real deep and actually try to create more products with different designs. Let's just go ahead for fun. Let's just for fun plug this into Allura. Again, if you're getting any value today, let me know in the live chat. If you're getting value on the replay, let me know by leaving a like on today's video, my friend, because that helps out a lot on today's channel. I know we're spending a lot of time on here. Again, these are pop-up community live sessions, so these things might go short, they might go long, they might be one-to-one. It just might be a motivational session, but let's look at this a little bit here. So overall, again, Allura is telling me that it's okay. Low demand, right? Medium competition. So that means not many people are looking for this, but that's okay. Because again, this is just bringing up this grief therapy journal keyword, not the overall grief therapy niche, right? We're just looking at that keyword. Notice how other people are using other different titles, and you can use your titles in Allura and figure out, well, hey, this title doesn't have high demand, but that title does. Let me utilize that because this still has low competition. I always like to go from high to least in regards to favorites. Boom, that lets me know there, do people want a therapy journal for mental health? The answer is yes. How do we prove that? This one listing has over 6,000 favorites. Okay. Same store, 4,000 favorites. Different store, or same store, 2,000 favorites. Different store in the same niche, over 1,000 favorites. Again, favorites are where people click favorite so that they can know to come back to it, and people click favorite like we do. Like, I'm about to buy that, but I need to go get the cake out the oven before it burn up. So let me hit favorites so I can go back and buy it later, right? People favorite things for different reasons. But here's what I want to go to. Look at the sales per month. And then this is what I mean by Allura just give you insights and data that Marmalade and E-Rank don't necessarily give you. And so again, some people are making $600 a month by targeting therapy journals. And so is there a demand for this product? That's why we're on here. Yes, we talked about product titles already. Go back and see what's proven to sell, right? What titles are, intriguing? How are they getting the engagement? Yes, they may have a Pinterest page. Yes, they may have an email list, but at the end of the day, success still leaves clues. I can still learn from what's selling, what's getting engagement. Product design, we already talked about that. Utilizing different product images and utilizing different type of journals, right? Having more than one product so you can create a bundle that sells more. But even if we just talk about this first one here, let's talk about product images. If you go back here, okay, so this is selling. If you go back here and I bring up yours, I go back. Okay, where are we? Okay, look at your product image here. Again, we already know this is proven to sell. This one here is proven to sell, right? So that's good, right? People are buying that, but how can we improve on the image? If I can find where I'm going here. Okay, so this is your thumbnail. This is what people are going to see. And again, you did a wonderful job because I just can't copy and paste this here. So you make sure this is safe. You're letting me know there's 14 pages. You did wonderful branding here. But let's talk about how we can make this more pleasing to the eye. Notice how these people here use a great mock-up, and I'll show you a great mock-up tool for digital products. If you want to check that out, I'll give a link to how you can utilize different platforms to get mock-ups like these. But if you notice, they're really communicating the value, but they're using a great color scheme. You don't want to design something that's going to be tough on the eyes, right? The yellow, the red, the green may not be the best fit for this particular listing because those colors may not necessarily be attracting to somebody that's trying to buy in this particular niche. If you notice, you try to you go back and see what is the overall color theme here. Soft colors, easy on the eyes. Some of them are using white, but it's bringing out the image with certain highlights in the particular product listing. Again, I think there's a lot to be improved with all of these listings, but one thing I know, they have a great color palette, right? They have a great color theme, their color match, their colors blend together. And so what we can learn about product design, product thumbnail, again, you want to utilize colors that go well. You can go in here and utilize Canva to find an image. Doesn't matter. You can even use homes or whatever. Just plug it in here. Boom. Go into the color palette and they let you know these colors. See here, these are great, neutral, warm colors. This gray, off-white, sky blue, soft brown. These things can go well with your next product design and implement that here. Okay. I think you did a wonderful job communicating the value. I think you did a wonderful job letting people know what's in here. I will also encourage you to utilize the power of video to teach them how you can actually edit this or use this in a personal way. You have great reviews on this product, so that's great. Again, success leaves clues. People are buying this from you, so I think you did a wonderful job in your store. So again, as always, these might be short shop critiques, but again, our goal is to provide a really true one-to-one shop critique that will give you pinpoint strategies and step-by-step guides of how to improve for your personal store. But hopefully these shop critique videos have been encouraging. Hopefully these things have been insightful. Hopefully these things have been eye-opening for your particular store and things that can provide value to your product. If he says, I'm getting value, thank you so much. And thank you so much for allowing us to go into your shop today and see your overall shop. Again, at the end of the day, my friends, you have to keep going, right? I want to give you some encouragement before we leave today's live stream. If you have a shop, an Etsy shop that you want us to review tonight, go ahead and drop it in. I'll do one more. Only 2 people submitted shop reviews. And so if you want a quick shop review, let me know by just giving me your shop name. We'll talk a little bit about that before we close out tonight. But if there's no other folks asking for a shop review, then we'll definitely end. But one line of encouragement I want to give to you is that just keep creating, right? Just keep creating. Don't give up, right? Go into your analytics, see what's working. I think you're doing very well. I think all shops, KLC and definitely your shop are doing well. But I want you to keep creating, because when you create more and you start getting into your mode of designing, creating, of listing, you kind of get into your habit, you kind of get into your mode and your style and your system, which system is very important. Then you will, and definitely with data, right? So using data, creating therapy journals that can be tied to fitness journals too, but definitely creating therapy journals, because there's just not, there's no competition. There's no competition. You can have true dominance in this field because it's proven to have bestsellers. People are buying this. We're already seeing somebody's making thousands of dollars off grief journals. So there's so much to be made here, but definitely learning as you go, right? You don't have to know everything, but you definitely have to get started to grow, and you go, right? You learn as you go. And when you learn, you begin to grow, right? And so thank you so much for all of you who have left shops for us to critique. Thank you so much for all of you who have left shops for us to review. I know it might be intimidating having your shop on with us today, but hopefully you got some encouragement tonight to know that, success leaves clues. That's a major takeaway we can gather tonight. You can do this same research on your own in your own time, utilizing the power of Allura and using Etsy as well to see all of these amazing designs. But at the end of the day, right, you learn as you go, and as you go, you begin to grow, and you begin to see what people are clicking on more. If you're getting a lot of views in your shops but not engagements, that means your keywords are great. You're popping up in search, but maybe you're not engaging with your thumbnail. Maybe you're not communicating the value of your product. Maybe even in your title is being cut off, and you're not getting a central thought to your potential buyer. You want to go into your analytics and see what is working. But overall, I think all of you are doing a wonderful job who submitted your shop for us to critique and to look at. As always, my friends, the tool that we use today, if you guys want to know what I use, we use the power of Allura, where you're able to see just not what is selling right now, but you can go into the deep dive and see the tags, the titles, you see the product images, and you see the monthly sales, which I really enjoy. Danisha says, nice shop, KLC in FA. Thank you so much for that. KLC. Is there a way to favorite someone's entire shop? Jay, yes, it is. There's a way to favorite someone's entire shop. For instance, here, if I go into FA's shop, uh, I can go ahead to the top portion here. I'm getting a little sidetracked here. Get back on the right page. Like I said, we're live tonight, so you guys gotta bear with me. All right, so yeah, so I can favorite individual items. I think we all know how to favorite individual items. So if I go into this item here, I can favorite this item here. Click on it, I can favorite, or I can favorite someone's entire shop just by going up here, and this shop has 6 favorites. So yes, there is a way for someone to favorite their entire shop. Oh, great. Okay. I'll say so. Effie says, "I'm glad I'm on your mailing list." Yes, jump on my mailing list, please, guys. Please, we send notifications there. Also give special things, freebies for those who jump on my email list. We will do a lot of those in the future. So if you haven't checked out my email list yet, I encourage you to go ahead and do that because we leave a lot of helpful things there. And maybe that email list is important because YouTube won't always give you a notification that I'm going live or a new video dropped or a new product released, or I'm looking for 3 people to do a shop review, or maybe I'm giving out my course and I'm looking for people to use my course for a very, very, very inexpensive price so I can get feedback from you. And so if you're on my email list, you're able to get those notifications early. So definitely want to encourage you, jump on my email list if you have not done so already. So, my friend, that's all the time we have today. Again, I want to thank you so much for all of you who have jumped on live with me tonight. Again, I use the power of Allura. There's other products you can use also if you want to find out more about this. Marmalade is a great tool to use also. You can find all these keywords that you can use. But again, Marmalade just focuses on keywords and engagement. They don't necessarily tell you, at least as of the creation of this video, they don't share with you the insights like Allura does in regards to how many products are selling and line them up all the right way and have the export file you can have for all those products. So that's why I like using Allura. Nothing wrong with Marmalade. Nothing wrong with Marmalade. Marmalade is great, but I like Allura because it just exports everything out and share with you how many products are being sold. Here's my encouragement I want to leave with tonight, my friend, is this. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to become great. Right? I know there's a lot that we talked about tonight, a lot that you probably learned, things that you were like, oh, I didn't know about that. Let me go in there and change that. And sometimes information can be overwhelming, and I don't want it to be overwhelming. I want it to be encouraging. I want it to be insightful. I want you to have aha moments to know where to spend some time at in regards to these shop critiques, these shop reviews. But one takeaway before we close out today, my friend, is this. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to become great. That's not my quote. I got it from somebody else, but ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Right? Isn't that the truth? Right? I have to start. And so if you're watching me live today, my friends, and maybe you didn't have a shop to submit to have a critique because you just didn't start yet, my encouragement to you is go ahead and start. You're not going to be perfect day one. You're not going to have 1 million sales day one, right? Don't look to have 1 million sales, 100 sales, 30 sales in day one. It may happen. Happened to me on one of my breakout products. Right. But that was like weeks down the road. And that's because I came from a background with YouTube of learning SEO a long time ago before I got on Etsy. So that was a skill that was transferable. Right. I learned keyword research. I learned video product research from being a YouTuber a long time ago. I'm just not doing I have multiple channels. But at the end of the day, I learned all that stuff. Me and my wife learned all that stuff from doing YouTube that we transferred over to Etsy, and even she created an Etsy shop just for fun, and she got to sell the first week. So is it possible that you can get a lot of sales? Yes, but you want to give yourself time to be successful. But you got to start. You have to get into the race. You got to begin because you just don't know the blessings that coming down your way if you just start. Okay. If you just start. So my whole encouragement to you is to start, right? Create your shop. I give you guys all type of tools to get started. I've created an entire playlist on my channel. I give you guys several resources that you can follow along with me as you create your products, as you find things that work. There's a wall art design. Jump on my email list and grab that. If you want to get a little bit more easier step, check out my Etsy mockups. I put those things on sales every day that I can remember to put them on sale because I want you to have easy access to it. Thank you for those who bought this already. Thanks so much for supporting the channel. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to give this to you at a discounted price every single day that I remember to put it on sale, because that is something that can be helpful. Again, you want to create a system that works for you. And if you just don't know how to use Alora, you don't know what keywords are, you don't know how to sell or find things that are selling. That's why I also, along with the 8 digital wall art designs, I also have given you 5 top niches that are selling. Just not the niches, but also the keywords to go along with those niches. And I teach you exactly how to list those niches, those products on Etsy, step by step. So, I'm trying to give you everything you need to get started. That's why I put this up here. I'm trying to give you everything you need to get started. You have everything you need to get started. You have it right now, but you got to start. You got everything you need, but you got to start. Thank you so much, KLC. Thank you. She says, thank you for taking the time with us tonight, Jay. It's my pleasure. Thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate that. She also says it gets easier, but it still will take doing things like this to learn how to get better. Yeah. And just like riding a bicycle, we all had to learn. Just like driving, we all had to learn. Just like cooking, some of y'all are natural. Some of you guys had to learn. We learn, but you learn as you go. But you can't learn if you don't go. Right? Yes, you're learning a lot from me. You're learning a lot from other people, but you also learn what works specifically for you. That's why I tell you on the channel, test everything. Yes, I might tell you certain things, but if you find out like, nah, Jay, that keyword was pretty good. No, Jay, those colors were okay because I'm getting sales, I'm getting favorites. Then by all means, go with what works, right? Test everything, because yes, I'm giving you information, but specifically for your store, things may work different. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, my friends. You all have really been a wonderful community of us learning and growing together. And I thank you so much for those who support the channel by buying things from my Etsy shop that's geared towards this channel. Thank you so much for those who have joined my email list. Thank you so much for you guys who have watched my other pieces of content, like today's video, joined me live today. I know that was lengthy. I know that was long, but hopefully those who popped in and stopped in got some information. And if you stayed on with me to the end, let me know if you stayed on with me from beginning to end. I'm really impressed if you did that, because we're coming up to 2 hours and that's not easy staying with me. But if you stay with me from beginning to end, I do want to say thank you so much for doing that. Again, my friends, you have everything you need to be successful. We are going to have our regular stream of videos next week, my friends. We may go live tomorrow. I don't know. We may go live. We'll see. We'll see. But we have our other streamline of videos tomorrow, next week, my friends. So again, if you want to check out other video content, check out my channel. You haven't subscribed to my channel yet, my friends, then please subscribe to my channel. I do new videos every Monday. Monday shorts will be on the video. I do Tuesday and Thursday videos. I also do live stream videos from time to time on Saturdays, and every now and then we pop up and do our community deep dive conversations on Fridays, a little bit different than our live stream videos. So as always, my friends, there's content for everyone in every type of place. So as always, I encourage you guys to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And always, my friends, I teach you exactly how to create and sell your own digital products online. And from time to time, I teach you how to create passive income streams where you are able to make money passively in your sleep. And a great place to start doing that is with Etsy. So thank you so much for those who have joined me live tonight. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me live. And as always, my friends, we will see you in the next video. Be safe, be blessed. God loves you. And I will see you in the next video.